YouTube. Hello, hello. We are live. We are live. And we're excited. We're going to see how many people we can get on today. All right. Let's see here. All right. Hey, everybody. This is Let's Vamonos Live, and I'm your host, Desiree, and we are here at the Sesh Co-Working Space off of 2808 Carolina Street, and we are live. This is Let's Vamonos Live, and we're super excited to be here today because if y'all did not know or did not realize, I've been out the last 2 weeks. One was because of President's Day, and then two, I got sick after the week of President's Day. So, if you are on with us, please drop a line, say hello, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching us. We would appreciate any drops of any kinds, just hellos, holas, you know, whatever, and share with a friend, share with an amiga, share with a family member. We're gonna have some wonderful guests on today, which is Jatziri Barron, who is our wonderful artist here in the community. She's going to be sharing all the things that she's doing here locally here in Houston, and then all the work that she's done in the past as well. And we'll be looking forward to chatting more and learning more about her. But as y'all know, before we get started, we always like to share community events that are happening here in Houston, things that are happening in our community, pop events, markets, and if you ever want to have your community events on our platform, let us know, send us a DM, and we'll share with our community here as well. But you can also go to letsvamonos.com and you can see our calendar as a whole and see all the wonderful things that we're doing on not just with Let's Vamonos, but other partnerships as well. So we appreciate our wonderful studio sponsor for having us, and one of their events that they have every month, which is the third Tuesday of the month, is Female Founders and Friends. So if you're not aware, Female Founders and Friends is moved to the third Tuesday of the month. It is here at the Sesh Co-Working Space, and it is a free networking event for you to come and meet other like-minded women. It's a networking event. It's an opportunity for you to be able to connect with other like-minded women in all different industries as well, not necessarily just in your industry, but other industries. And you don't have to be a founder, but if you are, great. And you don't have to be a woman as well. You can be a guy. Guys are more than welcome to come as well. I've definitely met a few gentlemen and business owners here as well for that. The other thing that they do during the week as well, which is really important, we would love for y'all to come out and support, is every Wednesday is Women's Work Wednesday, or also Co-Working Wednesday, where you can come co-work with college students in the community. If you're an entrepreneur looking for an intern, or if you're an intern looking for an entrepreneur or a mentor. So if you're one of those people, you definitely want to come here on Wednesdays. It's every Wednesday, and it's from 8 to 5, so you can come throughout the day whenever you are is best available for you. But it's an opportunity for you to connect with other people as well. We have a lot going on, though, as we continue the month. This is also Women's History Month, and also Women's International Day will be coming up this coming weekend. So there'll be a lot of events that we'll be sharing, not just here at Sesh Co, but also throughout the city as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram, social media, and stories so you can be able to catch all those events. I'm gonna try not lose my voice, y'all, because I haven't talked in like 2 weeks like this, and so we're gonna push through. But we also have our wonderful trending Chisme topic, where we would love to bring on our guests and talk about all the Chisme that's happening in the community and also in the United States, the world, all over. So we're gonna bring on our wonderful guests, Jatziri. So you want to join me, Jatziri? Thank you so much.
Hey guys.
Yay. Thank you so much. I know we need like a drum roll or something, right? We need a sound. But thank you so much for being here with me today and joining me. I'm so excited to have you, because we've been connecting in ways that have just been so organic.
I know.
And even though like we knew in advance you were going to be here, but we also have just had these opportunities to connect that were just like so unplanned.
I know. I could never say no to you. I've been following your work for a while.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I love you as a person too.
Awesome. Well, do you know anything about our Trending Chisme segment?
No, totally.
Oh, all right. Okay. So you know what Chisme means, right?
Of course.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
So we tried to bring the trending Chisme, which is things that are trending out in the world, but also a little bit of gossip, maybe a little spiciness, a little like tea to say for those who like the tea to be shared. But there's a lot that's been going on. So one of the big things that's happened though recently is the Oscars.
Yeah,
Did you
I saw your post.
did you
Yeah.
watch the Oscars?
I didn't, but I saw like the highlights.
Some of the
them.
highlights. Oh, okay. So, are you a big movie fan though? Do you watch any movies or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not as I used to
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the pandemic, but
Right.
but yeah.
But one of the things that has been happening because of the pandemic is that a lot of people aren't going to the movies as much, right? They're not going to the movie theater. Is that you? That's you? Okay. So
Yeah.
are you typically watching on Netflix and like those
Yeah,
type
or I
streaming?
rent them on like Prime.
Okay.
Or, like,
Okay.
yeah, different
Awesome.
platforms.
Okay, cool. Well, have you heard some of the chisme that's going on that's really super important to our community and others is that Netflix is investing $1 billion in Mexico to be able to have movies and actually do production and stuff in Mexico.
Ooh.
So this is going to be $1 billion over the next 4 years.
Wow.
So super excited. So you heard it here first, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't know. I need to stay updated.
Yes.
I've been catching up with work.
Yeah. So that's something that's been happening, which is really cool. And I'm a movie lover. I'm a lover of all things media. So I thought that was really important, especially for our community, because for those that don't know, we are underrepresented, especially in entertainment and actors and movies and all those things. So it'll be excited to see what they produce.
Yeah, that's an amazing boost to the economy too.
Yeah, for the Mexico's economy, yeah, a great deal, I guess you could say, right, that they put together. So that's something that's been trending as well. That's kind of globally. But here in Houston, have you heard, obviously? If you haven't heard, I'll be surprised, but the rodeo. The
yeah,
rodeo is
of course.
starting tomorrow, y'all. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, the rodeo launches tomorrow. Reba McEntire is going to be out here tomorrow. We're super excited. Have you ever been to the rodeo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who was
It's crazy in there.
Yeah. Who was the last person you saw?
I
I put you
I
on the
went
spot.
to an event like 2 years ago.
Okay.
But it was because they invited me to like it was like a Latino
Okay.
event.
Okay.
It was La Fiera de Ojinaga.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But have you gone? Did you go last year? Or was this last year? That you went?
No, I
Okay.
didn't go.
Are you gonna go this year?
That was bad. I'm going.
You're there.
I'm gonna
Any?
go Grupo Frontera.
There you go, Frontera. Yes. I would love to see him. I would love to see Karim Leon.
Karin Leon.
Yeah, I would love to see also on the American side. What's his name? Post Malone. I'm a big Post
yeah.
Malone fan.
Yeah, you told me too. I know.
Yeah, so, well, fun fact also, the Selena's 30th anniversary came up for her actual event that she was here at the rodeo. So, the last time she was here at the rodeo. So,
1995.
1995. Yeah, I was there. I think I've gone to 2 out of the 3 times that she was at the rodeo. So, I still remember it as a kid.
Yeah.
That was-
Sadly, I was born 1 year after.
Oh, you weren't even born yet. Oh my goodness. That makes me feel real old. But I think I was like 9 or 10 or 11 maybe. I can't remember. That's why I'm talking to my mom over there.
I love her shirt. It says puro chisme.
Oh yeah, her shirt says puro chisme on it. So yeah, that was really a remarkable event to be able to connect with and oh, it was 12. Okay, there we go. But and of course it was a historical moment, a moment that, you don't think that you would ever forget, but then, time passes and you're like, and then also the passing of her as well, of losing her, made it even more like just eventful afterwards. But I love the rodeo. I don't have any tickets right now, guys. So if anybody wants to invite me, please do so. I don't have any tickets.
Puro VIP.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I haven't invested yet in the rodeo this year, and I did tell y'all who I would like to go see. So those are the particular shows I would like to go see. But we've gone so many years in the past with my kids and my family. And like every year, it's either too hot or too wet or too crazy. Like you said, too crazy. It gets real crazy. And as I've gotten older, big, big. I know you laughing at me, but I am
I'm
older
the
than you.
same
But as I've gotten older, it's like big crowds scare me. They scare me now. They're just like, oh. We went to we went to a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert here in Houston, and it
Oh,
was
that is
insane.
worth it though.
Oh my God, it was insane. I had never been stuck in the Minute Maid Park with so many people just trying to get to our seat. It was insane. So I don't know. And I've heard the rodeo has just gotten more and more packed every
Yeah,
year.
especially in I think it's Go Tejano Day
Yeah,
or
go the
something.
Day.
That's
Yeah,
the day that
yeah,
that they have the most attendance,
yes,
like the record.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
Latinos, we have a lot of babies.
Yeah, so that's been trending right now as well here in Houston. Mom, I should have wrote down my notes.
I forgot my whiteboard.
Oh, you forgot your whiteboard. Oh my goodness, she forgot her whiteboard, so she could ask me all the questions. Thank you so much for those that are joining. We here with our wonderful guest, Jatziri Barron, who is an artist here in Houston. So thank you so much for joining us. Say hello on the live. We'd love to hear from you and see if we can respond. If we see your chats, I see a bunch of people have popped
Like, I
in.
kind of need like some
Yes,
glasses
I know.
today.
I know that it's kind of small. I got it here on my phone too, though. So I see y'all though. And also, uh, send us some hearts when you watch this live. If you send us hearts, it actually amplifies our live and it gets more traction on the algorithm. That's just a free tip for y'all as well. So if you send us some hearts, we'll get some more traction
Some
and,
love.
show some love. Yeah, and it'll but if you're not able to watch this live in its entirety tonight, no worries. We'll have it up later so you can watch at your own free will. So, but we appreciate all of the support that we continue to get. So, as far as the trending achievement, also, there's a lot of other things that are going on in this world as well with the political and the all the dynamics of the immigrant community as well. So we just wanted just to continue to spread awareness for that, to stay educated, stay alert, and to continue to keep your head up as well. So mostly that's it for the trending achievement segment. We don't the trending achievement is only relatable to how whatever's happening in the world. So there's not a lot going on, and lately it has been
I feel
harder.
like there's so much that you just get overwhelmed.
Yeah, right. We try to find more of the fun stuff, the lighthearted stuff, but I would love to hear some chisme about your trip though that you had this past
Oh.
weekend that you went on. I know I was following her stories, y'all, and she was sharing all the things and I love that. So tell us a little bit can you tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about what
yeah. So I was at the Inferdin artist residency in Concan, Texas. So kind of in the middle of nowhere. I was like literally 5 minutes away from Gardner State Park.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful, and I really needed a break because these past months have been like so busy.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I was a little disconnected. That's why I was telling you I'm trying to catch up with work this week. But yeah, I created even something I was a little crazy about, like in my hikes. I had a house, and literally right next to the house, there was like a hiking trail.
Okay.
And so, like 10 minutes down the road, I found like this big tree, like trunk, but it looked kind of like on a spiral.
Oh, okay.
And so I kind of crazy decision. I decided to like take it all the way to the like. It's Airbnb
Property.
like property.
Mhm.
So there's like 8 different houses.
Mhm.
But the owner, she's also an art lover.
Okay.
So she uses it as an artist residency for like I think 3 times a year.
Oh, wow.
So I
That's
thought it was an
awesome.
amazing
Yeah.
opportunity. And she will tell us like even if you're tired and you just need to come here to rest, just do that. Like
Yeah, just
I don't want anything from you.
Wow.
So yeah, I thought that was like really cool because artists we're always like
It's hustling.
hustling.
Yeah.
So it's nice that someone is trying to support the artist community like that.
Yeah, because y'all, you are one full-time artist.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, March is my 5th-year anniversary.
5th year as a full-time
Yes,
artist.
I didn't even
Awesome.
think it was gonna last a year.
Wow. Well,
But yeah,
congratulations.
shout out to the In Between. That's
The
the
in
name
between.
of their
Yeah.
Airbnb
Yeah, I saw
business.
that. And then I love as I've been learning about you and your work and all the things that you do, you talk a lot about how you like to incorporate nature into your art and how you're just very, uh, involved in that way. And I love that because I also, people might not think, but I love nature. I love riding my bike. I love going and seeing the ducks and the birds and the trees and especially right now, we need a lot of
Yeah,
that.
you need a lot of breaks.
We need a lot of breaks from social media. So I encourage y'all. I know y'all probably think I'm on social media all the time because of the content that I put out or the work that I do, but I do take breaks. I
Yeah, I
do.
was like, did she rest?
Yes, I do. But you got to go to my personal page. You got to go to my personal page to see those things. I share those
Yeah.
things there. I don't share too much on my Let's Almost page, but on my personal page you'll see the ducks and the birds and the duck eggs and the nests and just just all the cool things that I try to do that disconnects me
Yeah,
from what I do all
keep
the
on
time.
creating.
Yeah, to keep on creating. Yeah, and I do live in a area that is also you know nice aesthetically. So there's fountains and
Oh, nice.
it's nice. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for where I live and the opportunities I have. So, but anyways, so let's talk a little about how we met because I met you a year ago. Well,
Yeah,
almost a year ago.
yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
I always like to share when I bring our guests here. I always like to share about how we met and how we connected. So I don't think I met you before then, but maybe I did, and I don't remember. So the last time, the actual event that I met you was it was an event it was for National Latina Day. They were having like a
Oh, yes,
networking thing
yeah, yeah.
and you were featuring your art out there, and I didn't know who you were, but I just knew that they were having this event. I wanted to come and support. It was a couple of days after my Latina event that I had here in
It was
Houston.
for Latinas in Tech at
Yes.
the Limbar. Yeah.
There we go, at the Lombard, yes. And you were there with all your beautiful art, and I took a picture with you, and I got to meet you and some of the other ladies.
Yeah.
But did we meet before then?
I feel like I knew you, like maybe we hadn't like actually met each
Mm-hmm,
other, but
mm-hmm.
I had already seen you
You seen
before.
me before
Yeah,
in
yeah,
other parts of the community or events.
yeah,
Possibly. I was trying to remember. I was like, I don't know if I met her before then, but I
yeah.
really try to be present when I meet people because people don't, well, I'll share a little bit, but people don't know, but I always take pictures with people. So
Oh,
if I take pictures with you, there's a
I
chance
do
you'll
the
be on
same
my show.
too.
There's a chance you'll be on my show if I take a picture with you because that's kind of how I work.
Oh, okay.
That's how I work, and that's how I remember as well. I'm gonna take a picture.
Take note.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
I'll
for
take note.
for future. And so we met then, and then we've just been connecting, and then we got to go to one of your events at the Chroma House.
Chroma Art House.
Chroma
I
Art
have
House.
an art gallery in the Heights.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that was a wonderful and beautiful, and we got to see the event for that
Yeah.
and all of the wonderful artists that are there as well.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about Chroma Art House and how long it's been going on and what y'all have any new events coming up or sharing?
Yeah, yeah. We're actually open every weekend, from Thursday to Saturday. Normally like from 12 to 5 p.m. or do like by appointment.
Okay.
But we have official events every second and third Saturday.
Okay.
So we're located in Sawyer Yards, which is one of the biggest creative campuses in the nation.
Oh, wow.
It's like 5 different buildings of only art studios, galleries. We also have some even architects.
Mhm.
So it's a pretty cool community. Definitely more than one day to come and
Yeah.
check us out.
Okay.
And Chroma Art House, it's a gallery I opened. It's I think 8 months ago.
Okay.
With two other girlfriends. We're
Which
all artists.
I'm a huge fan of one of them, and I swear she is like her art just like I'm like, this is me. Like, you know, when you find that person,
Oh
that
yeah.
artist, you're just like,
Okay.
yes. And I told her, I'm like, I need this piece in my office. I don't know if they still have it there. I'm gonna see, but one of the ladies there, I love her, and so I was so glad when
Oh,
I.
is it the one with the braids?
No. She does the stuff with the metal and the like. It's like kind of contemporary. So like she does the stuff with the heart and like skulls. She's done I think maybe skulls.
Was it a sculpture that was
It was like
constantly?
embossed or embedded into a thing.
Oh
She does the
yes.
puzzles.
Yes, that's Viri Ramos.
Yes.
She's one of the artists that we represent at the gallery. She's amazing.
Yes.
You go follow her. But I open it with other two girlfriends,
Oh, okay.
Ruby Pinedo and Katia Dupont.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been going on for 8 months. Right now, I'm the only one running it,
Mm-hmm.
and we represent only local talent. But beautiful thing about Houston is we have a little bit of everything. So we have people from Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, like Middle East,
Yeah.
US.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're pretty excited to be part of the artist community in Houston and to be able to host events that like I try to bring like musicians and like
Yeah.
we do a lot of like book releases and all of these really different collaborations that I truly enjoy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I love it. And I know you're very passionate. I've seen you there at those events. You're very passionate about what you do, and I love that. And it's very different because that's the really inspiring thing about what you do is that we see these Latina women that are artists that are taking ownership of what they do, but then also expanding it in a way that's not just, oh, come buy my art, right? It's
yeah,
you're bringing in the community. You're bringing in the opportunity for people to experience something different
yeah.
because art is sometimes only seen as like, oh, in a museum or maybe on also on the graffiti art or street art, which is murals
Mm-hmm.
that you do as well. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's also wanted to announce and share as well that the wonderful cool connection with Hatsiri is here with Seshko as well, is that she is going to be the new one of the new artists in residence here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm very excited to be able to know somebody that is going to be connected to this space, doing possibly bringing her art in as well because your art is beautiful. It's very cultural. I feel like your art is something that if my dad, which my dad has passed, but if my dad would have seen, he would be like, we're gonna buy that because that's the kind of art that he loved was very that culturally related art that he could connect with and my dad was big into also Native American, so we bought a lot of Native American artistry stuff as well. So
See it with your purple
yes,
jacket.
yes. This is something. This is thrifted. This was thrifted. It's a resale, so I don't know. It's not a brand.
You can find so many like really cool things
Yeah.
doing thrifting now.
Yeah.
And
And-
on the market, that's where I spent all my
All the
money.
money, yeah. And then this is also Magpies and Peacocks, which is a local nonprofit here in Houston. They're also connected with a Sesh Co-Working Space as well. So if you're interested in this shirt, Fashion as a Force for Good, check them out. We're trying to encourage them to do it in Spanish, Espanol, to do something in Spanish. They have one in English and they have one in French.
Fashionista.
And yeah, so I said they need one in Spanish.
Okay, yeah, they do.
They need one in Spanish. Yeah. So, but we got to see you about 2 weeks ago. I was so, I admired you so much because it was when it was so cold outside and you're out there doing a mural
Oh my god.
for Magnolia Silos. So if you are not aware, she just revealed her beautiful mural, which is Letters to Magnolia over on the Magnolia Silos in the East End that is working with wonderful Eric Ibarra, and they're trying to help grow their opportunity to build a commercial kitchen for the community and an event space. So I just admired you because it was like so cold. And here you are diligently working, trying to finish this. And I'm like, how did you do that?
We had a date.
You had a date.
You know. Yeah, we had the reveal, so I was like, this has to be done.
Yeah. And we
Yes.
didn't get to be there for the reveal, which we'll definitely go back, but we were there for when they had a previous event. Yeah. And it was a walk the neighborhood. And so we got to see part of it. Who says hello? Oh, hello, Emily. Thank you so much for joining us. She's my hairdresser. If y'all don't know, she's the one that makes my hair all beautiful. So thank you so much, Emily, for joining us. But yeah, so we got to see part of it, but I just couldn't believe that you were going to be out there in the weather, the elements.
It's better though than doing murals in summer though.
It is.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just put on layers and
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
get better. It was rough, but summer is worse.
Well, for those that haven't seen the mural to Letters to Magnolia, tell us a little bit about it and share a little bit about your the kind of the
What it represents.
yeah,
Yeah,
what it represents, and not just what it represents, but the creative process through it.
Sure, yeah. That was a pretty interesting project that I ended up connecting a lot to once I started reading more about the history of Magnolia Park. So for those that do not know, Magnolia Park is one of like the oldest Hispanic communities in Houston. And so it's basically all the people that will work for the Port of Houston and all that type of industry. Really hardworking people, but it has like normally being like low to middle class.
Yeah.
More towards like the low,
Lower class.
low income. And so right now the area it doesn't gets much funding from the east end because it's like passing an intersection that doesn't get much attention, and there's a lot of homeless and a little bit of crime. So we did have to be a bit careful during the project. But just knowing the roots of what Magnolia represents, and honestly, like while I was doing the mural, so many people from the community will just come and stop and say hi and bring us food and drinks,
Oh,
and
that's so sweet.
just be really interested into what we were doing, what the project with Eric was. So that's something I connected a lot to Magnolia Fund, because Eric is trying to develop this project in which people from the community can buy the community. So you know, that they don't have to get out of the community once all of the investment happens. And so I think that's one of the key like things that or like Latino and immigrant community needs a lot, is like that financial education and more opportunities to grow and to take ownership. So that's why I was standing on the cold. I was like, this has to be ready. It's so
Yeah.
important for me. It was Jesse from Magnolia Grown was the curator, the one that kind of like selected me to do the mural, and he knows so much about the community and is so like involved. Yeah, I learned a lot, like the way the community started as a park, and like I added on the mural one of the park's kind of like kiosk, which is like really symbolic in Magnolia, and people from Magnolia call it Mexican Park. And so while I was doing the mural, so many people was like just stopping and showing, oh my God, like look, these are my grandparents, it's my parents when they got married, like they have a picture
wow.
there.
How special.
Yes, yeah, that's an element, that community element. It's something really important in my art. I also, the portrait that we had on the mural was inspired on a little girl, a little 5-year-old Aztec dancer that performs here in Houston, and that I've been following for like the past like 2.5 years. I It was just so beautiful to see her like looking at the mural and be like, that's me.
Yeah, that's so cool, huh?
And she performed in front of the mural, and you
Oh,
should have seen her
yeah,
face of like how proud she was of like dancing in front of everybody in front of the
yeah.
mural. She was just like,
That was her
so like
moment. That was her
those are
moment.
the moments
Yeah.
when I do what I do that like keep me going.
Yeah.
So truly like working with the community and making them part of. I called it letters to Magnolia because we also put a call to the community to send letters to Magnolia. But I honestly like I posted about it and told people like it doesn't have to be Magnolia. It can be just the Latino or the immigrant community. What do you hope for the future?
Yeah.
And so like people did their letters, turned them into like a paper plane, and so the mural is a girl holding a paper plane, so looking towards like the future.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We definitely encourage y'all to go check it out. Like it is finished, it's completed, it's in a beautiful spot. Do you know the exact address?
I think it's 6600 Harrisburg Boulevard.
Harrisburg
Yeah.
Boulevard. Yeah, so it's beautiful spot. If you're not on foot, you're gonna miss it. If you're not, I guess if they're on the what is it, the Metro Rail, because the Metro Rail goes right through there as well. It passes through, so that's cool. You have people getting an opportunity to see your work that maybe aren't from that area as well. But it was beautiful to see the beginning stages of it, so I know it's beautiful now. We can't wait to go see it in person. But tell us also a little bit, we like to also talk a little bit here about trying to inspire our next generation, right? So there's a lot of youth out there that are looking to become artists, and we know as Latinos, being an artist is always not seen as like the first thing to do.
What your mom wants.
It's not a doctor, it's not a lawyer, it's not a teacher, it's an artist. And you're like, what? Yeah, you're gonna starve. But for those that do connect with you and with this channel or with this network, tell us a little bit about what you can share with the youth to inspire them to either keep going or to just even start as well. To don't be afraid to to channel that inner artist in you.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell them something that so Fresh Arts does this conference every year. It's called Fresh Arts Summit. And so right before I started as a full-time artist, even right before I ever started like trying to be one, I went to one of their conferences, and you can choose a mentor. So one of the I think there's normally like 5 speakers every year, and so you can choose one of them to be a mentor, and then at the end of the conference, you can meet with them at a bar and speak to them in person. So I knew I wanted to do murals at some point, and so I ended up choosing Gonzo, which a lot of people in the Houston community knows about. One, he's Latino, and then two, he does amazing art around Houston. And so I came and I asked him, Gonzo, I don't know how to do a mural. How do you do a mural? Yeah. I've never like done one.
Really?
You know what he asked? Answered.
What did he say? Because I do know him. He's got an interesting character.
Yeah, it was just like, just start. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I was not expecting that. But yes. That's one of the.
So in other words, you were overthinking it.
You'll figure it out in the way. Like if you really want something, if you really want to get somewhere, I think the most important thing is knowing yourself, who you are as an artist, who you are as a person, what type of art you're interested in doing, and what motivates you.
Yeah.
And once you know yourself, then you know what you can offer.
Yeah.
And so knowing this is really important, because if then later on you're gonna have to get into like having to sell and doing marketing and all of those
all the
things
business side of
a lot of artists don't really like.
Yeah.
But you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And so knowing yourself will really tell you in the future who your audience is, and knowing why you do what you do will make the hard times be bearable, you know,
Yeah.
like because an artist's life, you know, you have to really want it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of up and downs, and
Onions.
there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna tell you, do not do it. I am gonna say though, educate yourself as much as you can,
Oh, I love
even
that.
if it's not the same career. My belief is that everything is connected, and the format in which things are being presented is constantly evolving and
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
And so nowadays we need to know, and we need to like be moving at a speed and in a way
Evolving.
that it's changing.
Yeah.
So if you want to add, like, you know, even if you're an artist and you also like science, there's a way to mix both. Educate yourself as much as you can, and also, you know, like start
Start.
start so that you can, you know, start experimenting and knowing yourself.
So when you did the letters to Magnolia, was that your first mural?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like it was. It's amazing.
You're
Like,
like,
yeah, yeah.
no. I actually, my first mural was in an apartment we used to live like years ago. I remember I asked my dad, can I do a mural here? I want to practice. I want to be able to sell one, but I have to show like an image. He's like, no, we live in an apartment. I'm gonna have to paint them back. And then you start things and you never finish.
Oh.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
I was always a person that liked a lot of things.
Yes.
And then we'll get bored.
Yes,
like
I'm the
after
same
maybe
way.
like
I'm
2
the same
3
way.
months. So when I told them that, Mom, I want to be an artist, they were like, yeah, sure. And then when they saw that I was being serious, they were worried.
Oh, well, but also
Yes.
you're very talented. So I mean,
And I'm very persistent, like,
Yeah.
so yeah, especially my mom was really worried. But
Creativity is on 24/7. When it stops, then you work.
yeah, yeah.
As long as, like, much
Yeah.
work
Well,
and
and
you
it's so
have
funny.
to
We definitely have that in common.
Yeah.
Have definitely dabbled in all types of things. And I didn't. I luckily I had a little bit more support, but at the same time, there was. I think this is something I've done the longest. The doing Let's Vámonos and the creating a platform here for our community, and I love it. And it's now like my husband just told me, he's like, I don't think anybody can stop you at this point. Like, even if they tried, he's like, I don't really think that's a possibility. But it is, you have to really love what you do. So
Yes.
it's just about finding that one thing, though. I mean, and sometimes I think what people or our parents or sometimes the community doesn't understand is you have to try a bunch of different things to find that one thing. Because if you just stick with
Yeah.
whatever anybody else is telling you, you'll never find that love or passion for something else.
Yeah.
And or if you do, it might be much later in your life, and then you've maybe spent a lot of time doing something that you didn't really want to do. So I love that you shared that about your parents and about your story, though.
Mayor Charles Johnson's one.
Oh, thank you so much, Mayor Charles Johnson, for joining us. Thank you for stopping by. He does say, you do an awesome job, unstoppable. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
He's the mayor of Baytown.
He's the mayor of Baytown. We appreciate him for
Oh.
coming in. And we would always love to introduce him to more artists. We need more art as well in Baytown, Mayor Johnson. So, definitely know where we can connect you. I love that, though, just the fact that you're just being honest and just sharing that about your family, because I think people talk about it a lot, right? That they say, oh, the especially in Mexican households, they just don't. They want you to be set up for success, but at the same time, we're not always. That's not always our path for.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's because they care about you, and
Right.
they don't want you to like suffer or like.
Yeah.
But
And they don't want to have to help you for the rest of your life.
exactly, they don't want you home. But that's normal. You're gonna come through like people that like out of care, they might try to discourage you. But as long as you know where you want to go to,
Yeah.
you should like trust yourself and just break it into like small steps. And every time that are able to get to one of them, celebrate and enjoy as well. And also try to collaborate as much as you can.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Art has such a big community aspect, and everybody wants to. Whenever someone sees someone passionate and that really knows what they want and like truly cares about it, everybody, we all want to help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
all
he says indeed we do.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, about the art. Yes, indeed we do."
yeah, we all need mentors. We all need extra hands sometimes.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to reach out your community.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's very important. I just love being able though to bring women like you on as well who have such powerful voices and just such a great mindset and knowing you've been through the struggles, right? And we have our highs and lows and I was so glad to see you get some respite at that lodge or that at that Airbnb because it was I knew that when you showed the area I was like, "Oh, I kind of know where that's at." And it's beautiful out there. So
Yes.
they call it some parts of it. They call it God's country, and it's beautiful in that area. But
We can actually see the stars.
yes, yes, yes. Well, we appreciate everybody that has joined us today. And again, if you're not able to join the live today, no worries. You can always watch it at your own time. But I also like to give you again the last word to share. Any things that you would like to share, words of wisdom, of something that you wish you knew then that you know now. What is something that you wish you knew then that you know now and that you would like to share for those that maybe are struggling?
That I wish I knew done. Whew. I guess how important is to take times to rest and to take in all the information from the world, from your life, from where you're trying to go, but like maybe you're not feeling well. Is how important is to rest and reset and uh, give yourself space, because sometimes we think that slowing down and resting and stopping, it's not good, or like it's taking time or opportunities away, but it's actually setting us up to like succeed in where we need to succeed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't need to win at everything.
Oh, I love that.
And as long as we know exactly like where is that we want to go, uh, it's a path. Like we don't need to be recognized in every way or try to do everything. Like, I was trying to do too much in everywhere, and so like my
Spreading
attention
yourself
was
too thin.
dispersed, right? So how important is to focus and reset.
Yeah. No, I love that, and I agree. So yes, and it's sometimes hard, especially as living in the United States. I think more so living in the United States, it's harder to kind of take those breaks because it is a fast paced community, not just in the United States, but Houston especially. I live outside of Houston, so people don't know this, or some people I've shared with, but I live where there's cows and animals and stuff. So I see that every day, and I love it. It's something I grew up with all my life, and I swear one day I'll have a farm. I don't know. I won't be taking care of it. Somebody else will. But just the having the opportunity of having that farm, just seeing the wild animals and the livestock and all of that. But
Taking videos.
yeah, taking videos. Here's my pig. Here's my cows and stuff. But we appreciate you joining us on today, and we are looking forward to seeing more future work that you're going to create. And also, if they want to purchase your work or also support you, where can they find you? Where can we follow you?
Sure. So you can come to Chroma Art House if you are in Houston. I'm located in the Heights, 2101 Winter Street. You can also look for Winter Street Studios and check out the community. And Instagram or social media, you can find me as Jatziri's Art, JATZIRIS Art. And you can purchase my work through my website if you're not in Houston. And I'm gonna be having a lot of coming events at the gallery and exhibits and other places. So if you also sign up for the newsletter,
Yeah.
that will keep like sending reminders.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your community up to date and all that. We'll definitely have to sign up for your
Yes.
newsletter as well so we can stay up to date as well. So we can make sure we get our community involved as well. Well, I don't see any questions out there, but if anybody has any questions or comments, let us know. Drop them now before it is almost time for us to go. But we appreciate everybody that has joined in and stopped by. Especially those, I do see a lot of people on Facebook. See some people again on Instagram and then on YouTube as well. Thank you so much, Kelly. I see you. Thank you so much for joining with us today. Even if it was just for a little bit, thank you for stopping by and saying hello or just being able to catch us. And just as a reminder, we go live every Monday at 6:30 here at Sesh Co-Working Space. If you missed this episode, again, you can watch at your own convenience. But then next Monday we will be going live again at 6:30, but it will be live stream your deals. So if you're a small business and looking to connect with us and share your deal with us, with our community, we are super excited to do that. That's something new we started this year. So we're doing live stream your deals every second Monday of the month. And then we'll have future guests as we continue on for the rest of the month. March is a big month for us women because it's Women's History Month, and it is also International Women's Day on March 8th, just as a reminder. So definitely connect, find those events. We'll be sharing those events as we can throughout the the week. Again, you can follow us on Let's Vamonos on Instagram and also on our stories as well. But thank you all so much for the love and support out there. But let's Vamonos. We gotta go.
Yes.